Math 10, Lecture 3. This is still about system of equations, but today we discuss the method of elimination. Example. This example is the same one as the last lecture on substitution. The solution from the last lecture is x equals 2, y equals 3. But today, let's do elimination. We eliminate either x or y. So let's choose to eliminate x. When x is gone, I can find y. How to eliminate x? I must make both x terms. Why do I say both x terms? Because I have x term here and x term here. I want to make this term and this term the same. Then I can eliminate. So how do I do that? I don't need this now. Remember, the solution is 2 and 3. So let me put the solution here. It's 2 and 3. That's my solution from the last lecture. So I erase that, and let me do that. Let me do the elimination. I want to make the x term here and x term here the same. So how do I do that? I multiply this equation by 2. If I multiply this equation by 2, I have 6x here. And I multiply this equation by 3, then I again have 6x. That means I have x term and x term. Both terms are the same. So let us do that. Two multiply equation 1. And 3 multiply equation 2. So now I have equation 3 and equation 4. Let me make this. Equation 3 and equation 4. Six x, they are the same. Now what do I do? I subtract these two equations. If I subtract, 6x minus 6x is gone. So that's how we eliminate x. So equation 3, subtract equation 4. Equation 3, subtract equation 4. This is gone. So this minus that, I have minus 5y. This subtract that, I have negative, I have negative 15. Now it's very easy to find y. The y is 3. 3, you see? It agrees with the last lecture, of course, because the examples are the same. Of course, the solutions must be the same. Once I have y, I can put y into either this one or this one. So let's choose, well, let's choose one. So substitute y into equation 1. So I have 3x plus 2 times 3, that is my y value, equals 12. So 3x plus 6 equals 12. Let me erase this. Which means 3x equals 12 minus 6. So this is equal to 6, and x is equal to 2. So I have 2 and 3, which agrees with the method of substitution. So this is elimination. Okay, let's do another example using a general expression. So instead of 3, 2, 12, I put a here, ax plus by, and here I write cx plus dy, and equal to e and f. So I want a general answer. I write ax plus by equals e, and cx plus dy equals f. So this is more general than this, right? So let's also eliminate x. So using the method here, I make x term the same. So I multiply this by c. So c times, let's label the equation number 1, 2. C times number 1 and A times number 2 and then I subtract. So eliminate x, multiply c to equation 1, this becomes acx, and so on. Multiply the second equation by a, I have acx. This way, I have this term and this term the same. So I subtract, this term cancels out, so I only have y. That is to eliminate x and find y. So let's do that. So I have this minus that, times y equals this minus that. Okay, y is, divide this by that. So this is my y. Let's turn this around. Instead of BC minus AD, let me write AD minus BC. And of course, I cannot just turn it around in the denominator. I must do the same thing to the numerator. So I can rewrite it. AD minus BC and AF minus EC. So why do I turn this around? Because then I can remember this easier instead of this. Why this is easier to remember? Look, AD minus BC. Look, A times D minus B times C. That's easy to remember. Then the top, AF minus CE. Look, AF minus CE. Minus EC, that's the same thing. AF minus EC. That's easier to remember. That's why. Now, how do I find x? You can either substitute y into either equation 1 or into equation 2, and then you can find x. You can also do the same steps. To find x, I need to eliminate y. To eliminate y, I make this term and this term the same. So I will multiply this by d to make this bdy, and I multiply this equation by b to make this bdy. So bdy here and bdy there, then when you subtract, y is gone and I got x. I'm not going to show the detail. You follow this way, you get x. And the x is the denominator is the same as the denominator of y, but the numerator, of course, is different. If you follow this same steps, you get this result. Now, how do you remember this? The denominator is the same, AD minus BC. AD minus BC. But the numerator is ED minus BF. So, this is the general result for system of equations in this form. Let's apply this result, the general result, to our first example here. So let's apply the result to this example. Okay, let me just leave the example, erase the work. So let's see. Of course, you expect the same result, right? All right. What is x? X is this times that minus this times that. what is on the top? It's this times that minus this times that. So the result is 9 minus 4 and 36 minus 26. What is the result? 36 minus 26 is 10, and 9 minus 4 is 5. So x is 2. You see? X is 2. So use the general formula, you get, of course you get the same result. Why? Remember the general formula? Y, x, they have the same denominator. So I don't need to write this. The denominator is 5, the same. And then what is y? Y is 3 times 13 minus 2 times 12. So this is 5 at the bottom, 39 minus 24. This gives you 15 over 5, and this is 3. See that? Same result. Therefore, if you like, when you solve system of equations like this, you write your question in this form: x, y equals a constant, and the next is also x and y and a constant. If you write in this form, then you can call this A, B, C, D, E, F. Just use the formula, you get the answer right away. Okay? So, I need to give you some practice questions. Okay. I want you to do elimination, the example, this one. In our example, what we did, we eliminate x, right? So repeat example, so practice. So number 1 is repeat. The example, but instead of eliminate x, I want you to eliminate y. Eliminate y. So that's give you some practice. Eliminate y and find x. Instead of our example, in our example, we eliminate x and find y. Now the second is to apply the general formula. Use formula. Solve. Let's see. Solve. Okay, so solve this example. 1, 2. So the answer is okay. I'll try try this question, solve this system of equations, use the formula. Use A, B, C, D, E, F. Use the formula to find x and y. I give you the answer. The answer is 5 and -2. So you can check the answer. And this first one is just to repeat the example, but eliminate y instead of eliminate x. If you have any difficulty doing this, just call me. I showed you the last time on my phone number. Just call me by this number and tell me your difficulty. And or either call me or send me the message. Okay. So I will answer your questions. And I already said in my last lecture, this kind of discussion is free of charge. Goodbye. See you next lesson.